Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony Speaks Morning Show. I'm Tony T. We're with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time to bring live free picks here from the major sports. Today, picks from the NBA playoffs. Also, that 17-game card from Major League Baseball, a couple of doubleheaders on schedule. Also, NHL playoffs for you. And at the end of the show, we'll have our Parlay Peripheral segment or Play It Straight, where our cappers can give out a parlay, team prop, player prop. Hey, we still got NFL draft going, so they'll make the call on that segment. Now, first we'll meet the cappers and then get right to the picks as we don't mess around here on the Tony Speaks Morning Show. Let's say hello to Chris. Chris, what's going on?
Oh, not much. Coming off a pretty good day yesterday. We went 3-0-1. We had a push with that Detroit game getting rain delayed, but otherwise we cashed our NBA play with the Timberwolves getting it done, and then we had the Braves, and then we had another premium play there with the over in athletics that kind of took till the end there to get, but we got it. I had a really good day. Then personally, Skeens pitched a really good game against the Dodgers, so that was a good one. So coming into a really good day, like you said, a lot of games today to look at, but good card.
Yeah, really good card. Let's say El Nino. Sal, what's going on?
Yeah, congrats to Chris because it's been cold over here. But I think I may have actually got a case of the Cappers flu this week. But it looks like I've been starting to recover. So hopefully, so will my picks.
Yeah, you could make these hips recovery. Yeah, I pretty much split. Yeah, I was impacted by those rain delays, so I split that loss with the D-backs. Got the Timberwolves home, but again, kicking myself for not going with the Pirates because it was really that close to making Pirates a premium. Because again, just like the situation there for Pittsburgh, they do play well here out away from home, and their bullpen performs better away from home. Some strange situation. Maybe it's just the way the situation feels there in Pittsburgh, the way the fans feel about the team. But we saw the Pirates get it done last night with a good performance there by Skeens with 100 pitches. But of course, it's tough when you got all this sports competition, NBA playoffs, NFL draft. NHL kind of gets lost out there. But anyway, let's roll. Yeah, the Yanks, boy, that was a lot of comebacks there, right? The Yanks and the Mets, 9-inning chokes there. Very rarely you see that. Both teams, the Nationals. Hey, the Nationals might be something this year. That was a pretty spirit. Mm-hmm. Also, Soto dropping the ball. I call that a drop. These are professionals. You got to catch that ball. I know if it was a college, little leagues, high school, okay. But you're professionals. Sometimes we give these athletes, MLB guys, who go crazy over diving catches. They're not really that hard if you ever play baseball. They're not that hard to do.
You can be a step slow, too, to make that diving catch.
Yeah, I mean, it's not much to the diving catch. It's the most overrated play in baseball in my book. It's done many times. I've seen it in softball leagues. It's not what they say it is. All right, let's get to the games, guys. All right, so we'll cover the double. We'll say that we got to go NBA first, right? I already jumped the gun here. All right, here we go. NBA. Of course, we got the 4 games today. Cavs and Heat. Here we got the Heat will be dogs. Cavaliers 5.5 on the road. Total sits 213.5. OKC and Memphis. Memphis trying to avoid elimination. Look at this. Thunder 15.5, total 222.5. Nuggets and Clippers. Clippers up 2-1. Look at this. 6.5 now from that's where the line is. Penny has 6.5. Now total sits here 212. Rockets and the Warriors. We've seen here the Warriors now 3. Total sits here at 204.5. There was some 3.5s last night. We're seeing some 3s with heavy juice. We may see that hook hit the Warriors here in before long. But we'll take a look at the injury report here. Darius Garland questionable with a toe for Cleveland. On the Miami side, Love and Rozier out. Ding still out for OKC. Morant doubtful for Memphis. The three-pointer Kennard questionable. Denver and LA. Porter and Westbrook are questionable. Clippers a clean injury report. For Houston, we've got Landale and Tate out. For Golden State, Butler is out. Payton is out. Jimmy Butler has been upgraded to questionable. That's an interesting one there with that pelvis. He's now questionable. He has been diagnosed with a pelvis and deep gluteal muscle contusion. Obviously, when you see contusion, there's some sort of blood there, but he'll be questionable here for the game. But that's what they're saying here. So we'll see what the story is with Jimmy Butler here in this game. We get this one underway here with Chris.
Yeah, Cleveland, Miami. I'm going to take the plus points there with Miami in that one at home, and they're going to find one here. I think they get it done there with at least keeping it close, if not win outright at home. I think Oklahoma City would be doing Memphis a great service if they just go ahead and put them out of their misery and just win Game 4 and be done with this. They're out Ja potentially. I saw where he was questionable. He's probably not going to be in this one. So I'd hate to lay the big number, but why not? It's OKC. So let's do that. And then I did the video on Denver and the Clippers, and advised to take the Clippers. They're just a better home team. They just blew them out Thursday, but I'd rather take the Clippers at home with them covering.
There we go from Chris. We move right on over to El Nino's.
Yeah, I mean that number is obviously getting a little ridiculous here with the Thunder, but without John Morant, it's hard to back the Grizzlies. Although the one thing that worries me with OKC is, I mean, they've been blowing teams out all year long, so it doesn't worry me too much. But if they want to rest their starters rather than risk any injuries down the stretch, that can always happen. I don't know. Maybe the Grizzlies put up one last fight, and I don't think they win by any means, but they might keep it within the numbers somehow. But my better look on that game would be OKC in the first quarter, laying just the 4 points there. And Nuggets Clippers. Well, I was not on the Nuggets last time. I think they managed to keep it somehow. I mean, you got to figure some of these games are going to be competitive. So I think getting more than 2 possessions here, I'll take the points with the Nuggets. Don't love it. If I was on the Clippers, I'd probably just try to lay the 1.5 in the first quarter. Rockets, Warriors, as of right now, I'm leaning on the Rockets money line with that Jimmy Butler injury.
There we go from El Nino's. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I agree with it with Miami here. Miami's been good at home against winning teams, 12-7 of the spread. They've got a lot of experience here. They've played well since the All-Star break here. They're on their home court. So I look for Miami to be competitive here. I'm going to be that one guy on this planet that likes Memphis plus the points. I just think we saw Memphis in a closeout game really step up against Dallas. That's what I'm banking on. At least give me some effort here. They're used to playing without John Morant. So this gives the other guys a little time with their, a little bit of, get some camera time here to see what they can do. So I think this might be, a situation here where we could see Memphis give that last stand and at least cover this game. That's a lot to give against, especially in a closeout game at home. Remember, OKC can easily close this out in 5 back in OKC. But anyway, I'll take Memphis plus the points. Yeah, I mean, it's weird with this Clipper game because, Clippers are 5.5. They win the game, right? So you expect the move to be on Denver, right, after losing that. But it wasn't. It went the other way, which is very, very strange here because usually I would have thought we would have saw maybe a 4.5, a 4, because that's usually zigzags, right? It usually goes to the team that lost before. Denver, this is a 4-5 matchup. This isn't a 1-8 matchup. It's a 4-5 matchup. I was very surprised to see that the Clippers actually you're laying 6 instead of the 5. I expected maybe 4.5, 4, but still I can't go against the Clippers here. 30-12 at home. It's real. That home court is real there. So I'll take them. Also, too, don't forget the coaching mismatch here where you got an interim going up against Ty Lue. Listen, man, that's coaching the Clippers is a hard thing to do, man. I got to get with Kawhi and James Harden in the court and get him to play at this level. To me, he's my coach of the year. I really think so. I mean, it's not an easy job to have that job, So I'll look at the Clippers there. Yeah, something tells me the Rockets without Butler, they're going to let him play this physical style play. I still remember that game when the Rockets went into Golden State and beat them by 9. That wasn't too long ago, and that pushed the Warriors into. Also, that Warriors loss to San Antonio was another reason why they became a playing game. But that also pushed them into that play-in situation here. So give me Houston in this one. I like him in this spot here, especially with that injury there with Butler. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we turn our attention to Major League Baseball, the 17-game card. We'll do 7, 5, and 5 here with these blocks. We'll cover the double headers in one swoop. I will say this: there's just one pitching. The pitching change happens to be in the doubleheader game. Otherwise, there has been no pitching change whatsoever. There's the only pitching change here. We do have a postponement here. Just come across. Yankees and Blue Jays are postponed, so that has just come across right now. So there's a lot of bad weather back east again. So this one is now postponed. Yankees and Toronto. Still no word yet on when this game will be made up or how it'll be made up. But there's your first one here. So the Baltimore-Detroit game, we have a little bit of pitching situations here. In game 1, it'll be Young against Casey Mize. Young against Mize in game 1. Game 2 in this one, I'm showing here. Let's see. Actually, we have another pitching changer. We'll get to in a second here. Game 2, we have Morton, Kiter, Montero. Morton, Kiter, Montero in game 2. Cleveland and Boston, game number 2. We have Walker Buehler and Doug Nicholzi. Doug Nicholzi has now been slated to go in game 2 of this game. Who is Doug Nicholzi? Your guess is good as mine. He's making his MLB debut here. Usually the double headers, they can bring up minor league guys, right? They give you that one extra spot. It doesn't impact their status. So you've got Nicholzi to start here in game 2, a 2021 second-round pick for Cleveland. He spent time in AAA this year, pretty good results. AAA last year, pretty good. AA, pretty good last year. He's been in the minors since 2022. Other than a stop in AA, he's been pretty solid with his minor league numbers. So that's who's going in game 2. So they're going to use that roster spot. They give you an extra roster spot there in double headers. So they bring up a minor leaguer there to go against Walker Buehler in game 2. So we got you covered there. So let's take a look here at the games. We're going to cover Orioles, Tigers, game 1 and 2. We're going to cover Red Sox, Guardians, game 1 and 2. And then we got Angels and Twins. We got the Twins, $1.24, total of 8. Brewers and Cardinals here. We've got the Cardinals, $1.47, total 7.5. And we'll close this block with Reds and Rockies. We got the Reds, $1.88, total 10.5. We start with Chris.
Looking at the Boston Cleveland with Ben Lively, I'll take a shot with Washington on Ben Lively on that one. The second one, there's not even any stats out there. I think the Cleveland's bullpen's a little bit better than Boston's is, so we're probably going to immediately get into that type of game there. But their bullpen does pretty well, so I'd probably take a shot on game 2 as well with Cleveland. Just to go that way. And then for both Detroit's, Detroit was one of mine yesterday with Casey Mize. I'm going to go back to that, give that to y'all today since it pushed, but we're going to go with Detroit in the game 1 and go game 2. We know that also you might look at the total in game 2. We know Morton can get hit. So we'd probably be looking at an over there potentially, but Detroit, both of those. Cincinnati, Colorado, I'm going to take a couple first 5 situations here. We're going to go under the first 5. Hunter Green's on the mound. I think he can control this Rockies team. And then I might take a shot. I think Reds run line, first 5 is -1. So you can take a shot with that as well.
There we go from Chris on over to Alninos.
Yeah, I like the Tigers in game 1. I like them yesterday and don't like them as much now because of the doubleheader situation, but still my play here. I'll take the Guardians in game 1 with Lively going, and then I will switch that one up to I'll back Buehler here in game 2 against the rookie, and I want to back the Reds just a little bit overpriced for me, and I think that's Angels money line as well. Just they got blown out yesterday, but that's about as much offense as we've seen from the Twins in a long time. So I know I've bashed Kikuchi on the show a lot, but I think he's the better option here of the 2 starters, and I think we're getting some decent value on the Angels here, so I'll take him money line.
There we go here from El Ninos. Yeah, I kind of agree here with JM here. I like Detroit in both games. I like Cleveland in both games. I just think the bullpens here are just much far superior here in these 2 games. Hawk has been a mess for Boston this year. The Guardians have won they're at home. They've won 7 of 9 with bullpen ERA 1.62. They haven't showed improvement over the past 7 games. I know we got a rookie here going here in game 2 of that doubleheader, but going to go with them in this spot here. Morton has just been a mess as well. Mize looks really good this year. The way he's pitching, hey, throw him in there as a Cy Young candidate because I really like the way he looks right now on the mound. So I'll look here at the Tigers there in both games. Yeah, I like Minnesota here. The bullpen for the Angels is a mess. You look at their past 6 games; they haven't been hitting. Minnesota does hit better at home. I think they're now a game over 500 home, so at least you get some good play out of them at home of late. But man, the Angels have not been a bit of money burner on the road the past 2+ seasons. And against these teams that don't get many extra base hits, Twins 53-30 at home against an AL team with an OBP of 410 or lower. I'll take Minnesota in that spot. All right, let's see what else we've got here in these games. It's hard not to take. Yeah, give me the Rockies at that plus 165. I mean, anything over plus 150 to me is almost an auto bet on the Rockies. You got, I know Hunter Green's going, but weird things. I've said this many years. Weird things happen in Colorado, even to the aces out there. Strange things always happen out there. So we've seen it before. Middle relievers get rocked. It's a tough place to pitch for a lot of these pitchers here. And the Rockies pen, believe it or not, have performed well at home this season. So I'll look at them in this spot. Matter of fact, when you play the Rockies as a home dog, like in this price range, they've returned 16 units the past 2+ seasons. So as I said, weird things happen here in Colorado. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Morning Show as we continue here with baseball. 16-game card with the rain out between Blue Jays and Yankees. Someone in the chat mentioned it'll be a doubleheader tomorrow, so keep an eye there. We go Phillies and Cubs. We see, boy, the Phillies favored 106, total 7.5. Mets and Nats. Mets $1.77, total 9.5. White Sox and the homeless 220, total 9. Rangers and Giants. The Giants, another under at night games in San Francisco yesterday. Giants $1.32, total of 8. And then we will go to Astros and Royals here. That's right, Astros, Royals. We got Astros $1.29, total of 8. We start with Chris.
Let's see, for the Cubs, I'm going to go and take the plus money with the Cubs. I mean, they're doing well now. No reason not to, so that's my lean there. Get some plus money with them. I'm going to go with Washington and Lord. We're going to take that Washington Nationals plus money there as well against the Mets. Sox and the A's, it's hard not to go in that ballpark. It's hard not to go over. I mean, we got it last night, went to 11. I know it took till all the way to the 9th for us to get there, but and my guy Mason Miller got rocked for a couple of them. But these guys are just Jonathan Cannon, Jeffrey Springs. They can both get hit, so we're going to go back to the over on the Sox and A's. And I'm going to go with Michael Wacha in Kansas City and take the plus money with Kansas City in that one.
With Chris, we move on over to Al Ninos.
It's kind of back and forth on that Astros-Royals game. I think there is a bit of value on the Royals, though. I like the Giants, though, laying a little bit of juice at home here against the Rangers. They're without Seager. That's probably my favorite play from this bunch. I was kind of leaning Mets, but they are overpriced. Leaning Mets -1 maybe, but that's still way overpriced, I think. So I might stay away from that one. And, yeah, just, I guess, Giants money line for me on there.
There we go. With Al Nino to tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I'm gonna take a stab here on this White Sox team. The Athletics, as we've talked about, are homeless, are nocturnal. During the day, they're 9-day games, 2.09 ERA near 6. Springs has been hammered at home this year, and at least the White Sox bullpen in these day games have 2.60 ERA. And over the past 2+ seasons, Athletics just 46 and 84 at home against right-handed starters, losing 26 units. Give me the White Sox in that spot. Boy, how do you go against the Cubs here? I know Luzardo's a stud. He's another one with these Cy Young type of numbers right now. 30% Ks, 2.08 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. But that Phillies bullpen is what's got me nervous here. That is really what scares me here. The Cubs, a really late inning team, right? They can get it done in late innings. And against these bad bullpens at home, the Cubs 43 and 25 at home. They're facing these teams with bullpen ERA at 4.2 or higher the past 2+ seasons. I could only look here at the Cubs in that spot. Give me the nasty Nats, man. This team is competitive. I know Lord gets a start. Holmes is in here for this Mets team, but man, the Mets just 210 hitting on the road. The Nats got the home run power at home. They won now, 8 of 13 at home. Mets against losing teams on the road now 44 and 44. The past 2+ seasons losing about 9.5 units. Boy, if you take the Nets as a big home dog, the past 2+ seasons, 28 and 24, returning 24 units at this price range. So I could only look at the nasty Nats here at this one. What am I doing here? Yeah, Molly, and I'm going to stay away from that. I'm a little nervous with Ray there, but I think that ballpark suits Ray because he's a fly ball pitcher. But I'm going to say Molly's just been too sharp. And I know I don't like to go unders in San Francisco in day games. Those unders come in during the night there. And boy, Astros Casey just looks like a coin flip to me. I know Framber's out there, but Casey has hit lefties pretty good. And those Astros bats are just hard to trust really hard to trust either of these bats, to be honest with you. Stay away from me on that one. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show as we close out baseball with these final 4 games, because the Toronto game and the Yankees has been rained out for today. All right, we close out with Braves and D-backs. There was something to that line. I know people were talking about the line yesterday, but it panned out for Atlanta. Diamondbacks $1.14, total 9.5. Rays and Padres. Padres $1.35, total 7. Pirates and the Dodgers. Yep, we got the Dodgers here in a revenge spot. $2.60 here, total 8.5. And we close out with Marlins and Mariners. Look at this, Mariners $2.13, total 7.5. We start with Chris.
Atlanta, Arizona, I'm going to go over. We know that Holmes and Kelly both can get hit. And at night games, Atlanta is 9-6 to the over. Arizona is 8-7 to the over in night games. So I guess these guys just like to hit at night. So we'll take the over in that one. Pittsburgh, Dodgers, I think Keller gets hit as well in this one. So I'd lean an over in that one. I think we're just at 8. I think, Dodgers are going to come back strong today after having to face Skeens yesterday and get some hitting going here. We know they're home run pretty much reliant, but I think they can hit up Keller today and get us over that number. And then let's see. I think that's the only 2 I like in that spot.
There from Chris on over to Al Ninos.
I'm leaning Padres. Definitely was disappointed by them yesterday. Just a no-show by that offense, but they should get to Pepe a little bit. They've hit him, small sample size, but they've got to him a little bit. I mean, Cease has struggled against this Rays lineup too a little bit. So I think this one can get over this the 7 that we're seeing here. Leaning over there and Padres. Kind of like the Braves there. It's small plus money, close to even money there. And yeah, Dodgers way overpriced. I think they bounced back, but it's hard to get there with a play on them there. Even the run line's overpriced at home here. And yeah, again, Mariners overpriced too, so I'm off that one too. But Padres and the over in that one for me.
There from Al Ninos, tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I see it in the chat here with Dylan Cease. Yeah, no, it's gonna be the Rays for me here. No way, I'm gonna take Cease here. As a matter of fact, Rays have hit pretty well. People kept Rays can't win on the road. Well, they had only 3 road games. They were 0-3. So let's give some sample size before we say they can't win on the road. It's been a weird scheduling here for this Rays team. A lot of home games to start the year. But Tampa so far in the road games, 273 here. Padres a little bit of a hitting slump. Remember, they've got some injuries to their players too. A couple guys out, and that's impacting them here offensively. So I'll look at Tampa Bay in this one. Matter of fact, you look at the Rays here, 26-23 on the road against the National League, returning 4 units the past 2+ seasons. So I'll give me the Rays in that spot. Give me the over here with Pittsburgh and LA. The Pirates have been hitting the ball pretty well because we know LA is at home, very much home run dependent. 21 homers in 12 games this season, but their bullpen has been struggling here as well, not only at home as well as on the road, but their home spot here. And you got the Dodgers at a $2 favorite. They got they're 31-24 to the over the past 2+ seasons. And especially when you never see an 8 there, Dodger Stadium, 8 or 8.5 with this Dodger team the past 2+ seasons, 60-44 to the over. Give me the over in that one. And Mariners at home, you got to be kidding me. Give me Miami plus 195 in this one. There is just no way, no how. You look at a Seattle team that can barely hit. This is a team that hits $187 at home, and you're going to lay 230 on them. Come on, give me Miami. Miami's actually been hitting the ball pretty well the past 6 games. 274. Their bullpen's been improved here. The Marlins at home. Look at this. The past 2+ seasons, the Marlins here, I should say, on the road. The past 2+ seasons against right-handed starters, 62-60, returning 31 units. So give me the Marlins here in this spot. Seattle here against these losing teams. They're 18-15, losing 6 units here because they're always in these 2-1 games, 3-2 games because they got no hitting. And that's really what it comes down to. You cannot lay that price with Seattle at home, especially at night where they can't hit worth a lick there. All right, well, look at this run on. You got a lot of cuts going over in that one. With a $1.87 team. All right, let's continue here on the Tony Six Morning Show. We got you through the baseball. Now it's time to look at the hockey. By Al Ninos to do the heavy lifting here in these games here from NHL. So let's take a look at what we got on the board here for tonight. We got Lightning and Panthers here. We got can the Lightning get off the ground? My God, Panthers $1.43, total 5.5. We got the Golden Knights and the Wild. The Knights $1.40, total 5.5. We got Maple Leafs and Senators. Senators $1.09, total 5.5. And Stars and Avalanche to close it out tonight with the Avs $1.78, total of 6. Over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, man, it's been rough. I've been on the Lightning, and wow, I guess we're getting plus money on them now, but it's hard to get to back them now on the road here, especially against this Panthers team that's looked great so far this season series. Had a rough end to their season, but they were dealing with some injuries. They're much healthier now in the playoffs all of a sudden, and yeah, I guess that timing worked out well for them. And well, I might have switched, but again, do I want to lay juice against the Lightning? Not necessarily. This should be a good one. I guess I am leaning towards the Panthers, but I'm not sure I want to lay that juice. But if I had to pick a side, I'm on the Panthers. The Wild Golden Knights. I think there's still plenty of value here on the home team. I think they match up well with the Golden Knights. I'll take the Wild on the money line. And this one's a bit tougher because I think the Avalanche are the better team. Obviously, they're down the series, but I think all the value is on the Stars. So I guess if I had to pick a side, I'd be on the Stars money line.
There we go from El Ninos. All right, we got you through our NHL segment. Now it's time for our Parlay Purple segment where a cappers can give out a parlay, can give out a team player prop, game of the future, play it straight. They make the call or a draft pick. We'll see when will Shador Sanders get drafted in this draft? We'll see how it rolls here. We start here with Chris.
Yeah, I haven't found a pick yet on DraftKings or any of the books where it says, no, he doesn't get drafted. Otherwise, you might have to lay $5 on that. I'm starting to wonder and starting to worry about poor kid. Anyway, not too worried about it. My guy went to the Giants. Hopefully, we'll have a good season. I hadn't been on here to talk about that, but Jackson Dart with the Giants. I'm not a Giants fan, but I'll watch him. But anyway, back to this. We're gonna go Cubs money line, Washington money line, Kansas City money line. And I got you guys a home run prop video out there. One of the guys I'll give you today is going to be Willy Adames out there. So take him. I think he's at plus 400 right now with the Giants. He definitely hits Tyler Mahle really well. So Willy Adames is your home run prop today.
There from Chris on over El Ninos.
I will take the Rockets money line. I'll take where'd they go? Sorry, guys. Wow. Wow. Sorry, guys. I guess I'll go with the Padres. I know you don't like this one, Tony. Sorry. I'll take the Padres on the bounce back. And in the NHL, I'll take the Panthers.
Yeah, from El Ninos. Say what I like here. I like the Miami Heat with the Rays. And I like the over Dodgers and the Pirates. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading to a big weekend of action. NBA loaded here with 8 games this weekend. NHL, a lot of baseball going on here as well. A lot of doubleheader action as well. So getting used to a lot of action here for this week's coverage here. So we'll see what Chris has got going on over at Tony's Picks right now. Chris has put together some really good numbers in baseball to start the year. Sitting with 861 units of profit last 7 days, all documented. What you got for sale, Chris?
Got you guys a 3-pack in baseball today. Got you 2 picks in the NBA. Wrapped them all up in a 5-pack loaded card Saturday pack for you guys, so you get everything I've got. Super happy with those picks. Got them early, so I got some good numbers, especially in the NBA last night. So yeah, hop on that, and then get on something 3-day. That's going to get you all the way through Monday. We've still got a lot of playoff action with the NBA. We've got a ton of baseball coming up here, and hop on something long term with that. That'll get you that late steam, so I can get you those numbers and pitching changes. As I think we're about to see some TBDs as we get further into the season. So let me get you that information. 2-for-1 capper. A lot of people on the leaderboard. Everybody's doing well. So 2 people put money in your pocket makes a lot of sense. Don't forget to use that promo code TonyT at checkout. Now that's going to save you 15% off of all those. And yeah, just can't wait to a lot of action today, especially with these double headers. So
good. That's right, guys. Got with Chris over at Tony's Picks. See the great results here from Chris for the year in baseball. Multi-packs up there. Remember, all the one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must turn a profit or amount purchased will be credited back to your account for side credits. That's profit guarantee. You can also scroll down, find Chris's long-term passes. You know, you guys like that 3-day pass here on the weekend with a lot of action going on this weekend. If you're looking for just his baseball, he's got his baseball season pass up there. Remember, you can apply the promo code to multiple packages here at Tony'sPicks.com. All right, let's take a look and see what El Ninos has got going on over at Tony's Picks. That shows positive units here for NBA. What do you got for sale, Al?
Got my best bet in each sport up for sale. I got an extra play in the MLB, and as always, check out one of those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. I know I've been cold, but only a matter of time before we turn things around. And I actually do like today's plays quite a bit. So never a bad time to jump on one of those long-term or 2-for-1 capper passes, and make sure you get all the steam plays that way too.
Very good. Get on board here with El Ninos over at Tony's Picks. They got some plays up here for you individually from the sports. So get on board. If long-term passes will serve you well with El Ninos at Tony'sPicks.com. Remember the promo code to save that 15% off. All right. I'm sitting here right now with the best bet for Major League Baseball. Also, I've got a 3-pack going on right now, mixing up here my NBA and baseball for you. So 4 premiums for me right now. So you may consider the long-term pass. That 3-day pass is a good way to roll. And, of course, a 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match me up with your favorite cappers here with the 2-for-1 capper promotion, save even more money with those long-term subscriptions. I am the #1 unit producer in MLB for the year, so get on board with me over at Tony's Picks. All right, guys, we're with you here on the show Monday through Friday here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern. I'm sorry, every day, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications, be live with us to get the plays for you guys in real time. Of course, not only just giving you live shows, we have lots of great content over on the Tony's Picks YouTube channel. So why don't you head on over there when you get a chance? Just type in Tony's Picks in the search bar, and you'll be able to find our replays of our show there. If you ever happen to miss a show, just to head on over and hit the live tab. You can watch a replay of our show. We do have an afternoon show Monday through Friday with our happy hour. But here you can see our show and happy hour on replay. Hit the video tab. Lots of great video content up here. You can see Chris contribute with videos here with his props, his NBA, MLB. You can see I've got NBA up there, baseball for me as well. El Nino's looking for those dogs. So check it out. Our YouTube channel for more content over at Tony's Picks. We got lots going on, even the shorts content. We've seen some contributions there with Brian as well as Nick. So check it out over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel with a lot more great content for you guys to check out. All right, let the cappers talk a little bit more about what they got going on over at Tony's Picks YouTube. Chris, you got a lot of content up there.
Yeah, I guys got you an NBA playoff video today, like I told you guys I would have for the weekend there. It's the Clippers Nuggets deep dive there if you want to dive into that. Now I did do the Toronto Yankees, so it may still carry over as long as we keep these pictures for tomorrow. We still relevant, I believe, in the information that I gave you guys. If we still keep Gosman and Fried, so you can check that one out in the meantime, get you a little head start on that one. And then, yeah, I got your 3 home run props. It was really rough today. Not a lot of going on. One of the top guys was Ohtani, but these guys are starting to get into a realm where they're priced out and they're just not really worth Ohtani, Judge. Even Tatis is getting to where they're not really worth too much on that. So I try to get you guys good value on all 3 of those. And I'll keep putting that out there as we have the playoffs here and just more baseball. So you guys will get some more content the rest of the week.
Very good. Of course, El Ninos, you're always looking for those dogs.
Yeah, I got one in each sport today. So if you're a fan of any sport, make sure you go check it out.
Very good. Check out El Ninos' dog from every sport there with our YouTube channel. All right, guys, this is going to do it for this edition of the Tony's Picks Morning Show. We're back again tomorrow live here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Another 4-game card from the NBA. We know at least 16 for Major League Baseball with a doubleheader with the Yankees and Toronto. So we'll have you covered there with all the free picks on the show. So make sure you guys tune us in. Anybody have anything to say before we close it out?
Make it a winning day, guys.
It was actually the Giants I was looking for in that parlay. San Francisco, San Diego, it's all the same. You know, it's all LA that matters that we're there.
There you go there from El Ninos. All right, guys. Goodbye, guys. You guys make it a winning Saturday. We're back tomorrow here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show.